Hello, this is Basic Music Theory, Part 5B, Reading Bass Clef. If you haven't watched the video for 5A, Treble Clef, please go back and watch it so you understand the nomenclature that will be used. Even if you already know how to read bass clef, you should make sure you watch this video because we introduce terminology, and again, nomenclature, that we will use from this point forward. Nomenclature is a set or system of names or terms as those used in a particular science or art by an individual or community, etc. Musicians will use terms like chromatic, diatonic, half-step, staves, things like that. That's the nomenclature for music. Remember that most music in the world is notated on a staff. A staff is usually made up of 5 lines numbered from the bottom upwards. Remember that this is a treble clef which carries the higher notes, and this is a bass clef which notates lower notes. When used together, they are a grand staff. We're now concentrating on bass clef. Remember that lines are numbered from the bottom up, and so are the spaces. The bottom line in bass clef is the note G. We say it is on the line because a staff line runs through the note head. Remember that musical staves are diatonic by consecutive lines and spaces. Since we started on a line and we're moving to an adjacent space, we go to the next note in the musical alphabet. The bottom space in bass clef is the note A. We say it is in the space because the staff lines touch the top and bottom of the note head. We then proceed in alphabetical or diatonic order with a new letter on each successive space and line. There's our G, there's our A, the line would be B, space C, D, E, F, G, A, and we can perch one on top there. That's the note B. We can also hang one underneath. That's the note F. Just as with the treble clef, we can make room for additional notes above and below the staff by using ledger lines. So there's our B right there. There's our ledger line. And the next note up would be on the line. The B is technically in a space. The C is on the line because the line runs right through it. Then we can perch one above it. That would be in the space. That is D. We can also go the other direction. We added a ledger line underneath and put a note on that ledger line. That would be E. We're going backwards through the alphabet now. And we can add a ledger line and hang one beneath it. And you can keep adding ledger lines as high and as low as you want or need to go. So here's a little knowledge check and review. What is the set of lines on which most music is written? That would be the staff. What is the plural of staff? That's staves. What clef is used for lower notes and instruments? That's the bass clef. What is it called when you see a treble staff connected to a bass staff? That is a grand staff. What clef is this? That's the treble clef. Do you remember what this clef is? We don't see it very often. That's the alto clef. What clef is this? That's the bass clef. What clef is used for higher notes and instruments? That's the treble clef. What are the short lines used to extend the staff? That would be the ledger line, spelled L-E-G-E-R. What note is the bottom line of the bass staff? That is G. Are lines and spaces numbered from the bottom or the top? They are numbered from the bottom. If G is the bottom line, what note is the third space? There's our G, and we just work our way upwards. That would be E. If G is the bottom line, what note is 2 ledger lines below the staff? There's our G, and we will work our way downwards, counting backwards through the musical alphabet. That's the note C. What note is this? That's the note D. How about this? That's the note B. How about this one? That's the note F. And what about this one? That's the note D. So that is our introduction to bass clef. You should be able to do the assignment that is associated with this. There are questions about bass clef, as well as some questions about some of the nomenclature or terminology that we use here. Thank you very much.